Hi students, welcome back to Vidyalakshmi YouTube channel. I am Shuganti. In this video we discuss about tokens. So it's a important 5-mark question. At the same time it's a repeatedly asking 5-mark question. Okay. So what is the meaning of token? So token is the important point. So the basic types are collectively is called as a tokens. Another one of the point, smallest individual unit in a program is called as a token. Token divided into 5 different concepts. What are the 5 different concepts? Keyword, identifiers, again literals, operators and then punctuators. So punctuators are otherwise called as the delimiters. First we discuss about identifiers. Identifiers means to identify some more thing. For example, இப்போ நம்ம யாராவது ஒருத்தரை இன்ட்ரோடியூஸ் பண்ணணும்னு நினைச்சோம்னா அவங்களை எப்படி நம்ம இன்ட்ரோடியூஸ் பண்ணுவோம்? ஸோ இன்ட்ரோடியூஸ் தட் பர்டிகுலர் பர்சனோட நேமை பேஸ் பண்ணி தான் நம்ம இன்ட்ரோடியூஸ் பண்ணிப்போம். ஸோ சேம் லைக் அஸ் in this place ஒரு particular variable, in that variable we want to introduce or we want to assign some value means again அந்த particular variable வந்து நம்ம கால் பண்ணணும். அப்போ கால் பண்ணணுங்கிறதுக்காக we will be assigning a names. Okay, that particular name assign பண்றதுக்கு we have to follow some rules and regulations. Okay, name assign பண்ற that particular thing is called as a variable. அந்த variableக்கு name assign பண்றதுக்கு we have to follow some rules and regulation. That variables are otherwise called as a identifier. Okay, in identifier name declare பண்றதுக்கு we have to follow some rules and regulation. What are the rules and regulation we have to follow? First, identifier must start with the alphabet. So Python is a case sensitive programming language. In this programming language, it's a case sensitive language, already we know. So capital alphabet is one of the meaning, small alphabet also another one of the meaning. Okay, an identifier must start with the alphabet, capital alphabet or small abcd, anything you have to use. Another second point, identifier must contain any numbers, 0 to 9 combination of any numbers you have to use. Okay, Python identifier already we know it's a case sensitive. So in this place capital letter and then small letter, it will be a different meaning. Okay, Python must not have any other, Python key identifiers must not be any keyword. What is the meaning of keyword? Some special kind of the keyword. For example, for, while, do while, these are all the statements are called as a keyword. Okay, Python does not allow any other punctuator. For example, punctuator means open bracket, close bracket, plus, minus, these are all the punctuators are not allowed. So slash symbol, again question mark, dollar symbol, these are all the things are called as a punctuator. So these are all the punctuators not allowed. What are all the points we know? First point, so an identifier must start with the alphabet. Again, identifier contain any other digit. Next thing, Python identifiers are the case sensitive. Okay, case sensitive means alphabet, capital alphabet and then small alphabet. So it will have a different meaning. Okay, another one, Python must not be a any other keyword. Don't use the identifier. Identifier must not be a Python keyword. Okay, Python does not allow any other punctuators. Okay, another one of the thing. Some examples. What are the example? In this example, sum is the variable identifier. Total is also a total, marks is also a variable identifier. Register number also variable identifier, num1 also identifier. This is the valid identifier. What is the meaning of valid identifier? In this place we use only the numbers. Sorry, we use only the alphabet. Only alphabet மட்டும் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கோமா. Second point என்ன சொல்லிருக்கோம்? Any other special characters not allowed. Only one special character. That special character is called as a, some examples for valid identifier. In this valid identifier we use alphabet, numbers. Okay, first example we use only the alphabet. Second example we use alphabet, at the same underscore only used for a special character, underscore only allowed to using in a identifier. Another one thing is the smaller letter, next one is the alphabet followed by a number. These are all the things are treated as a valid identifier. Okay, another one, this place first we started a number, it's a error, it's not allow. Any other identifier name number decide பண்ணிட்டோம்னா first use the characters or underscore only you have to use, other than any other special characters not allowed. In this place dollar symbol we used, only name is correct, we used a dollar symbol, so it will be treated as a error. Another one thing here, total followed by minus symbol not allowed. Another one thing, continue is a keyword, okay, continue is a keyword, so these are all the things are treated as a invalid. Why the first one is a invalid? Number first la vandirukku adanal adu invalid. Second one yen invalid aachi? Dollar symbol not allowed, adanal second one invalid. Third one yen invalid aachi? Third one la in between la minus symbol use paniko, it's not a invalid, sorry it's not a valid. Fourth one la continue is a keyword not allowed, okay, நம்ம keyword base பண்ணி எந்த identifiers ko name use பண்ணக்கூடாது, so in this place we use a keyword, okay. Another one of the thing, what is the meaning of keyword? Keyword is the special meaning to a language interpreter, okay. Keyword is a special word, it's a reserved word, okay. This reserved word producing a special meaning to a language compiler. So language compiler ku நம்ம கொடுக்கிற some more special meaning தான் வந்து language compiler க்கு என்ன பண்ணனும்ங்கறத introduce பண்றதா வந்து keywords. At the time of the software developing, inbuilt ஆவே some of the words assign பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பாங்க, so that particular words are treated as a keywords. So in a Python we have 33 keywords மட்டும் தான் இருக்கு, okay. We use only the 33 keywords. அந்த 33 keywords என்னங்கறத நம்ம ஈஸியா ரீட் பண்ணிட்டோம்னா, so identifier name assign பண்ணும்போதோ இல்ல suppose 1 மார்க்ல அந்த क्वेश्चन கேட்டாலோ which of the following is a odd one out, okay, odd one out question நம்ம ஆன்சர் பண்ணிக்கலாம். Next thing, odd one out இல்லாம நம்ம கிட்ட வந்து which of the following is a valid identifier, which of the following is a invalid identifier. So அந்த பாயிண்ட் கிளம்பி நம்ம எதுல இருந்து எடுத்துக்கலாம், இத 33 keywords நம்ம தரோவ் ஆயிட்டோம்னா அந்த 1 மார்க்ஸ்ல நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிக்கலாம், full marks ஸ்கோர் பண்ணிக்கலாம், okay. So already we know what is keyword. Keyword is a special word used in a Python interpreter to recognize the structure of the program, okay. These are all the keywords give a special meaning to a language interpreter, okay. This keyword it will not used to normal identifier, it will not assign to normal identifiers. So give some example for keyword: while, class, for, and true, false. Can I the true, false is the first letter should be in a capital. True or false, first letter T is in a capital. False, first letter also should be in a capital. Keep it in your mind. Program la nama பண்ணும்போது true false use பண்றோம்னா first letter in a capital, true oda first letter capital, false oda first letter capital, okay. Be careful. So another one of the thing is called as a, next one is the operators. What is the meaning of operator? Operator means to calculate some more thing, something we want to operate, okay. Operator is divided into different types, okay. In this place 5 plus 9, so 5 plus 9, 5 plus 9 is equal to what is the value, 14. அப்ப 5 plus கொடுத்ததால நம்ம அங்க என்ன கொடுத்திருக்கோம், 14 ஆன்சர் நம்ம சொல்லிருக்கோம். So this place 5 is treated as a operand, this 9 is also treated as a operand, plus symbol is called as a operator. 5 is the operand, 9 is the operand, plus is the operator, okay. Operator oda both the sides la irukavanga dhaan vandu yaarna operand, okay. This operand used to some more calculation part with the help of the operator. Operator oda help base panni operand la irukra values we have to start to calculate it, okay. So this is the concept for operator. These operators are divided into different types. What are all the types? Arithmetic operator, relational operator, logical operator, and then assignment operator. How many types of operator? Arithmetic operator, relational operator, logical operator, and then assignment operator, okay. So value and then variable when we used in a program is called as a operand, okay. Value and then variable we used in operators are known as the operand, okay. So another one thing, first we discuss about arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operator we have some basic arithmetic operator. What is the meaning of basic arithmetic operator? In generally we calculated some basic operators, that is called as a basic arithmetic operators. So what are the arithmetic operators we have to use? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and then modulus. Next one is called as a exponent, again floral division. Okay, totally we have 7 different types of the arithmetic operators. It's an important 1 mark question. So நம்ம கிட்ட 1 marksல எத்தனை arithmetic operator இருக்குங்கிற question கேட்டாங்கன்னா just totally we have 7 types of the arithmetic operator. What are the 7 types of arithmetic operator? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floral division, exponent, and then modulus. So these are all the 7 different operators we have. Okay. So these 7 different operators, plus operator helps to work, plus operator helps to calculate some more addition. What is the meaning of addition processing? In addition processing means first number plus second number. So in this arithmetic operator, it will have 2 different operand. Okay. In an arithmetic operator means it will have 2 different operand. An arithmetic operator is a mathematical operator that takes 2 operand and perform the calculation on them. Okay. So this particular arithmetic operator helps to calculate some simple arithmetical expression. Okay. Mostly we want to use any other expression, any other operation. We want to calculate in a simple calculation, any other arithmetical calculation which we use. These are all the symbol. Plus symbol. Plus symbol. What is the use of plus symbol? To add a numbers. Any other number if you want to add means just you use the addition symbol. Another one of the symbol is called as a minus. What is the use of minus? Minus symbol helps to calculate the division, subtraction processing. Another one of the symbol is called as a multiplication. Multiplication next division. So different types of the arithmetical operator. Totally we have 7 different types of the arithmetical operator. The first example, A value is 100, B value is 10. So A plus B means what is the value? The sum value is 110. It will be calculated. Sum value is 110. Another one, second one, print the difference between the value. A value is 100, B value is 10. So it will be calculated. The result will be printed on the screen 90. Another one, product A into B. Automatically it will be printed on the screen. Again, in a division processing, we have 2 different types of the answers. Division processing pannona namakku 2 different answers varum. What are the 2 different answers? First answer is the quotient answer. Another answer is called as a remainder answer. Okay. First answer quotient. Second answer is the remainder answer. So quotient answer means you use the slash symbol. If you want to use a slash symbol means it will be provided the quotient answer. In this processing it will be provided the quotient answer. Another one of the operand we use modulus. Modulus symbols providing the processing is a division processing, but it will be provided a remainder answer. Okay. 2 different types. In a division processing we have 2 different types of the answers. What are the 2 different types of the answers? One is the quotient value, another one is the remainder value. Slash symbol helps you to calculate the remainder value, quotient value. Modulus symbol helps you to calculate the remainder value. Again, another one of the processing, A into 2. So this is called as an exponent of. Exponent of means power of. Okay. So A value is 100. So A to the power of 2, A square. So A square means what is the answer? So 1000 is the answer. Okay. So sorry, 10,000 is the answer. Next one, the floral division. Floral division, it will be divided the answer. It will also provided the quotient answer. Floral division also provided the quotient answer in first slash symbol. Normal slash symbol provided in a fractional value. But floral division, it will be provided the integer part of the value. Okay. In arithmetical calculation, we calculated integer number to integer, it will be provided the integer answer. Integer means whole number. Full number plus full number. Integer number plus integer number, it will be provided a integer answer. But integer floating point of the number and then integer part of the number, these are all the numbers provided a fractional value. But any type of the calculation means in a division processing, automatically it will be provided a fractional part of the value. Okay, any calculation part. In this place, two different numbers or integer numbers, it will be calculated. These are all the two different numbers in a division processing. It will be provided a fractional part. Okay, remaining thing provided only the integer value, but division only provided a fractional part of the value. Okay, another one of the thing, next one operator is called as a relational operator. What is the operator? Next operator is called as a relational operator. So already we know relations கிட்ட எப்பமே என்ன இருக்கும் நம்ம பார்த்திருக்கோம். So relations கிட்ட எப்பமே நம்ம என்ன ஃபீல் பண்ணிருக்கோம்? Comparison. Okay, அண்ணா எவ்வளவு மார்க் வாங்கியிருக்கான், தம்பி எவ்வளவு மார்க் வாங்கியிருக்கான், பக்கத்து வீட்ல இருக்கவங்க எவ்வளவு மார்க் வாங்கியிருக்காங்க, நீப்பா சரியா படிக்கல. So these are all the comparison. So இந்த comparison எங்க இருக்கும் நமக்கு? Only for the relations. Friend relations கிட்ட, again neighbor relations கிட்ட, again blood relations கிட்ட எங்க போனாலுமே நமக்கு என்ன இருக்கும்? Only for the comparison. This relational operator also provided a two different answer. First answer is the true answer, another one answer is called as a false answer. Relational operators are otherwise called as a comparative operator. It will be checks the relation between the operand. Okay, first it will be check if the condition is true, automatically it will be printed the true value, otherwise it will be printed a else part. Okay, first part is a true part, another one is called as a else part. So what are the types of comparison operator or what are the types of relational operator? First one is a less than, another one is a greater than, next one is a less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, not equal to. How many types of relational operator? We have 6 different types of relational operator. How many types of arithmetic operator? 7 different types of arithmetical operator. So what are the operators coming in a relational operator? Less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, equal to. Again this equal to operator is called as a equal to operator. Another one of the operator is called as a not equal to. Okay, so in this example, this operator is called as a is equal operator. The value of A is equal to 100, value of B is equal to 35. If the condition is true, it will be provided the true answer. In this example, A value is 100, B value is 35. The answer is wrong. This condition is wrong. So it will be provided a false part. Another one, A value is 100 greater than B value. This condition is true. Automatically it will be printed the true answer. Next one, second one. What's the second one? Second one, first the value of A less than B. Already we know what's the value of A. A value is 100. Again what's the value of B? B value is 35. This condition is false. Automatically it will be printed the false. Again A value greater than or equal to. So A value is greater than or equal to, this condition is true, automatically it will be printed. Next one is the A value less than or equal to B. A value is less than or equal to B. Already this condition is false, it will be printed here else part. Another one, A value not equal to B. Already we know A value is 100, B value is 35. So this value is not equal, A is not equal to B. So it will be provided the true answer. In this example, first one enter a number, second one enter a number. Already we know what is the use of int statement. Int statement, int function helps you to convert the string data to integer part of the data. So already we assign the value. So in this example, first we enter the value is 35, next we enter the B value is 56. Now you calculate the A value is A equal to B? No, A is not equal to B. The answer is false. Next one, A greater than or equal to B? No, A value is 35, B value is 56. The answer is false. Next one, A less than B? Yes, A value is 35, B value is 56. The answer is true. So same like us, it will be started calculated. One by one it will be calculated and then provided the true answer or false answer. Okay, relational operator provided only two different answer. What are the two different answer? One is the true part, another one is the else part. Another one of the operator is called as a logical operator. Okay, logically we have to check three different conditions. What are the three different conditions? And, or, not. What are the three different conditions? And, or, not. In Python using a three different operators. What is the three different logical operators? Totally we know 5 types of operators. Arithmetical operator, relational operator, again logical operator, assignment operator, again Boolean operator also we have to use, but we discuss about only 4 different types of the operators. Arithmetical over, another one is a relational operator over, again next operator is called as a logical operators. So logical operator, it will be used to perform some more logical operations. Okay, any other logical operation is given in a relational expression, this particular thing helps to calculate it. Okay, there are 3 different types of the logical operators. What are the 3 different types of logical operator? And operator, or operator, not operator. In generally C++, C language, Java, in this programming languages, and or not we use a symbol. Okay, we use a and symbol or symbol, not symbol. In Python you use only the word and, again or, not, word மட்டும் தான் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணனும். Don't use any other symbol. Python ல எந்த சிம்பலுமே கிடையாது. So and or not நம்ம என்ன யூஸ் பண்ண போறோம்? Only we use the word and or not. These are the 3 different and, or, not, not. So அதை பேஸ் பண்ணி மட்டும் தான் நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போறோம்? கால்குலேட் பண்ணிக்க போறோம். So in this example, a value is 97, b value is 35. So in this place, a greater than b, o or r. அதுவே நம்ம C++, Java programming எப்படி பண்ணிப்போம்? or க்கு symbol யூஸ் பண்ணிப்போம், and க்கு symbol யூஸ் பண்ணிப்போம், not க்கு symbol யூஸ் பண்ணிப்போம். In this example, no symbols, o or r. This first condition is true or second condition is true. It will be start to check a greater than b or a equal to b. If both the condition is true, or means any one condition is true, it will be provided the answer. Okay, and means it will be satisfied both the condition. First condition, at the same time second condition, both the condition is true, it will be printed the answer. Or means any one condition is true, it will be printed the true part. Okay, a greater than b, what is the value of a? A value is 97, b value is 35. The first condition is true, automatically it will be printed a true answer. Second one, a greater than b and a equal to b. And means what is the meaning of and? Both the condition is true, it will be provided a true answer. Otherwise, it will be printed a false answer. Again, third example, not a greater than b. Yes, not a greater than b. Are this particular thing is correct? No. A value is 97, b value is 35. So this is also provided a false part. Okay. So and or not. These are all the 3 different operators are called as a logical operator. Any other logical expression if you want add means just we use the logical operator. So what all the things are called as a logical operator? And or not. These are all the things are treated as a logical operators. This logical operator helps to calculate some more logical expression. In this example also we calculated. So enter the value of a, again second one enter the value of b. We entered the value of a is 50 and then value of b is 40. Next we calculated a greater than b or a equal to b. If any one condition is true, it will be printed a true answer. In this example, a value is 50, b value is 40. So first condition is true, automatically it will be printed. Second expression, a greater than b and a equal to b. No, a greater than b first condition is true, second condition is false, so it will be provided a false answer. Already we know in a Boolean expression 0 plus 0 0, 0 plus 1 also 1, okay, 0 plus 1 plus 1 is 1. This is plus symbol means that is treated as a OR operator. Okay, and operator means multiplication processing. So in a multiplication processing, 0 in true false means 1 is the answer, else part means false part means 0 is the answer. Okay, so 1 into 1 is 1, 0 into 1 is 0, 1 into 0 is 0, 0 into 0 is 0. So AND means what is the meaning of AND operator? Both the condition is true, it will be provided a true part, otherwise it will be provided a else part. Okay. Next one, another one of the operator, conditional operator. Okay. Next one is the assignment. We discuss first assignment operator. So what is the assignment operator? We assign some more thing. In a Python programming, equal is a simple assignment operator. This operator to assign a value to a variable. Okay. For example, a is equal to 5, b is equal to 10. In this example, assign the value of 5 to a, okay, 10 to b. These are the two different assignment statements. This particular statement helps you to assign the value. In a Python programming, we have plus equal to, minus equal to, into equal to, divide equal to, percentage equal to, into equal to, exponent form equal to, floral diagram, floral division equal to. So these are all the operators. Already assignment operators, arithmetic operators la ennalla operator vechindamo same 7 different types of the operators inga assignment operator liye nama enna panikka porom, we have to use. So based on this, so what's the assignment operator? Plus, minus, multiplication. At the same processing, in this place also we have to use. So x is equal to 10. So it was a general assignment operator. So in this place, generally x is treated as a simple assignment operator. For period level na konjam assign pannikano. So in this condition, plus equal to. So adu eppadi plus equal to use pannipom nama? X is equal to 20. Already x value oda oru 10 add pannikonga. இங்க என்ன எக்ஸாம்பிள் கொடுத்திருக்கோம் நம்ம, x is equal to 20, x ஓட x value is 10, அதோட ஒரு 20 ஆட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. அப்ப x plus equal to, அதோட full form நம்ம ஜெனரலி எப்படி எழுதிருப்போம், x is equal to x plus 20 அப்படி சொன்னா நமக்கு தெரியும். So 30 is the answer. பட் நம்ம அப்படி யூஸ் பண்ணக்கூடாது. இன் ஜென்ரலி ப்ரோக்ராம் ஓரியன்டா நம்ம அசைன்மெண்ட் ஆப்ரேட்டர் யூஸ் பண்ணினோம்னா x plus equal to 20 minus processing means the variable ke இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் வேல்யூ ஆட் பண்றோமோ, மைனஸ் பண்ணிக்கிறோமோ, டிவைட் பண்ணிக்கிறோமோ, அதுக்கு x plus equal to, x minus equal to, x into equal to, x divide equal to, okay, x divide equal to, x into equal to. So அதை பேஸ் பண்ணி we have to calculate it. So அப்ப நம்ம ஆபரேட்டர்ஸ் என்ன பண்ணிப்போம், plus equal to, minus equal to, into equal to, divide equal to. It will be a same processing, but same variable ku again some more value நம்ம add பண்ணிக்கிறோம்ங்கறதோ just we have to calculate it. So first thing, x value is x plus equal 20 means already x value is 10 plus 20 means it will be calculated. So 20 plus 10 30. Another one, x value is 30. So you calculated. So same thing, into equal to, minus equal to, divide equal to, again product equal, product means multiplication equal to, exponent of equal to, floral of equal to. So these are all the operators based on it we have to calculate an arithmetical expression. Okay. Another one of the operator is called as a conditional operator. Conditional operators are otherwise called as a ternary operator. Okay. Conditional operators are otherwise called as a ternary operator. This ternary operator helps to calculate some more conditions. Some condition if you want calculate means using the conditional operator. What is the example of conditional operator? First you assign the variable, again you enter the a is equal to 20 or m is equal to 50. You enter the condition if 49 less than or 50. That means if the condition is true, this value is assigned, otherwise 70 value is assigned. Okay. First one, minimum is equal to 50. Now you check the condition. If 49 less than 50, okay, 49 less than 50, if the condition is true, it will be assigned the value 50, otherwise it will be assigned the value 70. So already true, this condition is true, the minimum value is 50. Suppose another one of the example, minimum is equal to 50 if 49 greater than 50, if the condition is true, no, this condition is false, automatically this conditional operator assign the else part. Condition is true, it will be take the true part. if the condition is false, it will be assign the value of else part. Okay. So, these operators are called as the conditional operator. Conditional operators are otherwise called as the ternary operator. In this example, A value, B value already assigned. A value is 30 and B value is 20. Now you check, if the value is true, it will be assigned the value of A. If the condition is false, assign the value of B. Okay. This particular processing, already we know the value of A is 30, B is 20. Now you check, if A less than B, if the condition is true, no, the condition is false. So, automatically it will be work it in a else part. So, what will be present in a else part? Else part B value is there. So, automatically this particular program printed in a else part. Okay. So, another one of the example, A is equal to 30, B is equal to 20. The same calculation in this part. Suppose we decided A greater than B means it will be assigned the true part. Okay. So, in this example, we calculated the minimum value. Okay. In this minimum value, else part is the satisfied part. Else part da namakku okay vachi. So, in the programming oda concept la true part vandu cancel, else part da match aayirukku. So, A less than B. So, it will be false. So, it will be directly goes to the else part. So, automatically it will be printed the B value. Okay. Next one is the delimiters. Okay. Python uses the symbols and symbol combinations are called as a delimiters. These delimiters, we use it in a expression, list, dictionaries and then symbols. We use different types of the symbols, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, square bracket, curly brace, comma, quotation, apostrophe, equal, plus equal to, minus equal to, equal to. So, these are all the symbol, and equal to or equal to, these are all the symbols are treated as a delimiters. Only two different symbols will not allowed in a delimiters. What are the two different symbols? And symbol and question mark is not allowed as a delimiter in a Python programming. Okay. Maybe we want to use it means just use this particular symbols inside the string literal. In your string literal, you use it, these are all the symbol, but it will not act as a delimiters. Okay. Another one of the topic is called as a literals. What is literal? Literal is a raw data given in a variable or constant in a Python. There are various types of the literals are there. Okay. Literal is a raw data given in a variable or constant. In a Python, there are various types of literals are there. So, one is the numeric literal, another one is the string literal, next one is the boolean literal. So, numeric literal, string literal, another one is the numeric literal. Different types of literals are there, numeric, string and then boolean literals. Okay. So, this literal acting in a different types of the values. So, literal means constant. What is the meaning of literal? Literal means constant. So, numeric constant, string constant and then boolean constant. Okay. So, what is the meaning of literal? Literal is called as a constant. So, it is a constant means not changeable, unchangeable. So, it is a mutable one. Okay. Numeric literal consists of a digits. Okay. This particular digits is not, cannot be changed. Okay. Numeric literal can be divided into three different concepts. One is the int, float, another one is the complex. Okay. Int type, float type, again complex type. Int means integer, float and then complex types. So, constant is a fixed one, it cannot be changed. Okay. This numeric literal divided into three different types. So, one is the integer, another one is the floating point, next one is called as the complex. Three different types of numerical data types are there. Okay. Numerical literals are there. Okay. So, this numerical literal, so integer, float and then complex numbers. Okay. So, this is the another one of the data type, that another one of the data type is called as the complex number. Complex number means it will be divided into two parts. One is the real part, another one is the imaginary part. Okay. In a complex numbers means it will contain two different parts. What are the two different parts? First part is the imaginary part, real part and then imaginary part. Okay, any numbers you entered 1 plus 3.14. Okay, it's a normal number. We want to print it. It's a first position is called as the first position is the real part, second position is the imaginary part. We want to display the imaginary part means just you use the function imag. Okay, imag function helps to display the imaginary value. Again print again real value if you want means just you enter the x dot variable dot real means automatically it will be printed the real part. Okay, complex value contain two different things. One is the real, another one is the imaginary part. Next one is called as the another one of the literal is called as string literal. Okay, what is the meaning of string literal? A sequence of the characters surrounded by a codes, that is called as a string literal. In a Python we have string literal. What is the meaning of string literal? In a Python, C, C++, any languages, string literal means sequence of the characters surrounded by the codes is called as the literals. Okay, Python supports single quote, double quote and then triple quotes for a string declaration. Okay, Python supports single quote, double quote and triple quotes for a string declaration. In a character literal, okay, is a single character surrounded by a single quotes or double quotes. So in this Python character literal one kadayadu namakku, so generally called as a string literal. Okay, string literal means so any other character, any other letters, anything surrounded by a single or double quote is called as a literals, character literal or string literals. The value of the another one thing, the value with the triple quotes, anything enclosed in a triple quotes. Okay, enclosed in a triple quotes, that is also called as a literal, that is the multi-line string literal. Okay, single quote or double quote enclosed is treated as a string literal. Anything surrounded by a double quotes, triple quotes, that is called as a multi-line string literals. Okay, in this example, first one string is equal to variable string is equivalent of this is Python. Okay, another one, second one, character is equal to one character, C will be C is enclosed in a double quotes. Another one of the thing, multi-line string, collections of the character enclosed within a triple quotes. In this triple quotes we use three single quotes use panikalam or three double quotes also allowed. Okay, in this triple quote means don't be confused, three single quotes use or three double quotes you have to use. Okay, anything is okay, no problem. So here it will be print the string. What is the value stored in a string? This is Python. This thing will be printed on the screen. Another one, print care of that variable, automatically printed on the screen. Another one thing, print multi-line string. Multi-line string contains, this is multi-line string with more than one line code. So this information automatically printed on the screen. So string literal divided into single, double and then triple quotes. It will be used in a single quote, double quote or triple quotes. Okay, single quote enclosed is a no problem, double quote also no problem, multi-line means we use it in a triple quotes. Okay, another one of the literals are called as a Boolean literal. Already we know Boolean literal can have only two values. What are the two values? One is the true part, another one is called as the false part. Okay, Boolean literal can have only two values. What's the two values? True value and then false value. In this example, true and false you use first letter should be in a capital. Okay, it's a case sensitive language, but true false conditions only first letter should be in a capital. So we entered some more thing. Okay, first variable contain true, second variable contain one of the value false. So this program executed automatically, it will be printed demo program for again first variable contain true value, second variable contain false value. Automatically this particular thing will be executed on the screen. Okay. Another one of the important portion is called as the escape sequence. Escape sequence is the backslash operator. So backslash operator, or it's called as a non-graphical characters. Okay, in a Python it will be escape sequence character, non-graphical character, and then backslash operators. Okay, so escape sequence characters are called as the backslash. We use it, special symbol backslash you have to use. In a Python strings, the backslash is a special character also called as a escape sequence character. Okay, in this character, something is a printable one, something is a non-printable one. Okay, non-printable means it's a white space characters. Okay, so something printable character, something is a non-printable characters. These non-printable characters are called as a white space. This white space character associated with a string. Okay, it is used to representing some certain white space characters. So backslash t, this backslash t helps you to create a tabulation. Tabulation in the sense 4 character space it will be allotted. We want to create a new line. First line one message, then second line one message. If you want me, just you use backslash n. Next we want the carriage return means just you use backslash r. Okay. In this example, one message we have to print it. So what's the message? So it's a raining. So this message if you want print as it is means, so single quote in between we use single quote. So that single quote if you want means backslash single quote you use, automatically that will be printed on the screen. Okay. In this example, to print the message, it's raining. Okay. It's raining in a single quote we want in between it single quote. Yes, we want means just you use backslash. Okay. Again single quote we use, automatically that particular printed on the screen. So this is called as a printable one, printable character. Okay. Another one of the thing, non-printable characters. Backslash n is treated as a non-printable characters. Okay. In this place, we want to print in our output. Okay. In our output, we want backslash is compulsory. We want means just use. First is the backslash operator. Another one symbol we want, that symbol is called as a backslash. Another one we want single quote in between the word. In between the word we want single quote means just you use slash single quote. Again backslash double quote. We want in between something we want printed. Some word we want to printed within the double quotes means as it is we want means just you use backslash double quote. Within the backslash double quote, again backslash double quote, automatically that particular thing printed on the screen as it is. Okay. Backslash n is called as a non-printable character. These are all the three, slash, single quote, double quote. These are all the threes are treated as a printable character. This thing printed on the screen. Backslash n, it will be provided or it will be created a new line. So in your message, first message printed on screen, another message. So Python printed in a first line, language printed in a second line. Okay. So this is called as a non-printable character. Another one of the thing, backslash t. What is the use of backslash t? Backslash t used to provide a tab. Tab means 4 different character spacing we want. Okay. That purpose only we use it in a backslash t operator. First word, again it will be provided 4 character space, then it will be printed in a next one. So this is called as the backslash operator or some more escape sequence characters. Another one of the interesting topic is called as a Python data types. Okay. We have different types of the data types. Already we discussed In a constants also, some different types of the constants are there. The same like as in a Python data type also, string, numbers, again boolean, sets, dictionary, list and then tupules. So, different types of data types we have. Numerical data type, string data type, boolean data type. Another one thing is called as the complement data types. So, in that place, list, tupules, dictionary and then sets coming under this particular cadres. Okay. So, what are the types of data type? String data type, numerical data type and then boolean data type, again tupules, list, okay, dictionary, different types of data types we have. Okay. So, in a Python we have list, string, tupule, number, dictionary, boolean, these are all the data type. Yeah, all data values in a Python are objects and each objects or value has a type, each and everything. All data values in a Python, some objects or any other objects or value has a type. Okay. In this Python we have built-in or fundamental or system defined data types are there. Okay. At the time of the program manufacturing, at the time of the program creating time, we have some different types of the data types, that is a built-in function. So, this built-in functions are otherwise called as the fundamental data type. This built-in function divided into integer, float and then complex. So, this built-in data type we have different types of the built-in data type. So, what is the different types of the built-in data type? So, built-in data type numerical one, string one and then boolean, dictionary, list, so etc. Okay. In a next one, in a numerical data type will be divided into, so already we know float, okay, integer, float and then complex. Okay. So, the numerical data type divided into integer data type, floating point of the data type and then complex numbers of the data type. Okay. So, Python supports some built-in data types. What are the built-in data types we have? Integer, float and then complex data types. Already we know which numbers are called as the integer numbers. Okay. So, integer number also divided into decimal part, octal part and then hexadecimal part. Okay. Integer data type can be divided into decimal, octal and then hexadecimal. So, this integer data type, any numbers followed by a 0 O, any numbers prefix with the 0 O is treated as a octal data type. This O we use both uppercase or lowercase. Okay. Octal integer use O, both capital O or lowercase o to denote octal digits. Okay. Any numbers followed by 0x is treated as a hexadecimal number. Already this one we discussed in a literal also. Okay. The same concept, any number starting with a 0 is treated as a octal digit, any numbers prefix with a 0x is treated as a hexadecimal, any number starting with a L is treated as the long integer. Okay. In this place we use only uppercase only accepted, it will not allow lower cases. 0O accept upper and then lower, 0x accept upper and then lower cases, but long only accept only the uppercase. In this example, first one, 1 or 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, these are all the numbers or decimal numbers. Another one, first digit started with a 0, any first digit started with a O, any number started with a O is treated as a octal constant, any number started with a 0x is treated as a hexadecimal, any numbers followed by capital L is treated as a long integers. Okay. In a floating points of the data is represented by a sequence of the decimal digit that includes a decimal point. Okay. And exponent data contain decimal digit, at the same time it will have some more exponent form. Okay. Exponent part means we use capital E or small e, we use it. Okay, and exponent data contain decimal digit and decimal format. This exponent form followed by any one or more digit. Okay, first example explain 123.34, 456.23, 156.23. These are all the numbers are treated as a floating point of the number. A number followed by a dot followed by a variables are called as a floating points of the variable. Another one, any numbers followed by e power 0, capital E or small e, that numbers are treated as the exponent form of the data. Okay. Another one of the thing, Boolean data type. In Boolean, data can have only two different possibilities. What are the two different possibilities? One is the true part, another one is the false part. Okay. Boolean value, it will have only two parts. What are the two parts? One is the true part, another one is called as the false part. Any value we entered means first one is the zeros and ones. Okay. 0 means false part, 1 means true part. Okay. Another one of the thing, string data type. Okay. String data, what is the meaning of string? String is the collections of the characters enclosed with a single quote, double quote or triple quotes. Okay. That is called as a string literals. So, string literal means sequence of the character enclosed in a single quote, double quote or triple quotes is treated as a string literals. Okay. Already we know Boolean data type, string data type, again numerical data types. Okay. Different types of data type, string, numbers, again numbers are called as a numeric one. Another one is the string data type. Okay. String data type, each and every characters enclosed in a single quotes, double quotes or triple quotes. Okay. That is called as a string data types. Okay. In a character enclosed in a single quotes are treated as a character data type, that is the treated as a string data type. So, again enclosed in a double quotes also called as a character string data type, again triple quotes also called as a multi-line data types. Okay. String data can be enclosed within a single quote, double quote or triple quote. Single quote means single word or single characters. If you want to enter means just use single quote or double quote. In a multi-line, if you want to enter means just we use in a triple quotes. Already we know triple quote means single triple quote we use or double single quote we use. Okay. It will also represented in a different patterns of this particular thing. Again string data type, first example explain. So, single quote, A declared in A represented in a single quote, A enclosed in a single quote, automatically that will be printed on the screen. Second one, string data type, any other word enclosed in a double quote, this is called as a string data type. Another one of the thing, multi-line data. Multi-line data means sequence of the single line or the multi-lines if you want to enter means beginning you enclosed in a triple quote, at the end also you used in a triple quote. Triple quote, single triple quote also okay, double triple quote also okay. Any triple quotes if you want means just we use it in a different types of the data types. Okay. Okay da. So, it is a very important repeatedly asking 5-mark question. So, in this video we covered tokens, another one is called as a data type. These are all the very important. Tokens is the important repeatedly asking 5-mark question. Okay. I hope you all understand this topic. Okay. If you like this video, view, share and then subscribe. Thank you.